Guten Morgen, my friends. How are you? That's right. Good morning. Oh my goodness. A little messy this morning. A little bit of a mess. Let me get my thing here. Hello, 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 hello. Hi. Hey. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey. How is everyone? I hope everyone's doing well. Let me get my. I'm a little off time this morning, as usual. And let's see, let me turn this little light on. So, whoops, whoopsie, whoops. Let me turn the light on behind me. Hi. Well, Paulina and Paul J were here early, so that's really nice. I really love that. Okay, wait a minute. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm turning that little light on over there. This little light of mine. Hi, Kevin. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh my god, everything's so noisy. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Hello, my friends, how are you? A little bit of a singing mood today, I guess. Good morning. I hope you're well. I hope you had a good night. Kevin, good morning, my love. How are you doing? How are the babies? How are the papas? How are the papas? Are they okay? Yeah. Yes, good morning. Good morning. Here we are. Let me turn my fan down. I had my fan super high. That's probably what was part of the problem. The pups are good. Counting change to get them food. I understand that. I'm so sorry. You're still in that position. But I'm glad right now you're all together, and that's a good thing. So I'm happy about that. But you start work Monday? Got you. All right. Oh, breathe. Breathe, breathe. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. You got it. Oh, you can barely hear me? Gosh, what's wrong with my microphone? Hold on. Wait, what's that? Is that? I don't know what that is. Oh, I guess that is it. Okay. Is that any better? No, that's not better. Okay, is that any better? A couple weeks and you'll have a paycheck again. I know. That's a lot to hold out for, though. I get it. Just hang in there. Hang in there, my friend. What'd you miss? Jane, you missed nothing. We were waiting for you. Hello. We were totally waiting for you. Oh, that's better? Okay, good. I feel like I turned myself down a lot. Um, maybe that's something I need to unpack. Maybe I need to unpack that. Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Wake and Bake with Lolo. I'm Lolo. It's true. It's true. This is what you get. Paulina! I didn't know that was you that told me you couldn't hear me. Oh my god. Hello. Hello, my dear friend. Where the heck is Neil? What's going on with Neil? He must have found another morning show to watch. How dare you? How dare you watch another show instead of mine? A little echoey, but louder. Oh, that's so weird. Oh well. Good morning. I got too early and left for a bit. I know. But I see your note. I saw your note and it was very sweet. BRB with a little sunshine cup of coffee. I like that. Speaking of a cup of coffee, I'd like to take the first step of mine. Good morning, butterflies. Allow me to take the first sip of my coffee. I hope you all have had whatever beverage it is you enjoy in the morning. I know a lot of people are not coffee drinkers. Grace Lisa, hello. Hello. It's not a new mic, but it sounds echoey. I'm going to try and listen to it. Hold on. I'm going to try and listen to it. Yeah, that's right. That's right. See? All right, I have enough dog food. Be back in a bit. Walk to the store, get the boys' food. All right. Yay, Kevin. Hold on. I'm going to go silent for a minute because I want to hear how stupid I sound. Is there an, is there, is there an, is there, is there an, is there, is there an, there's an echo? Is there an, there's an echo? Is there an, there's an echo? Okay. Oh. What does that sound any better? Does that sound any better? And a fuzzy sound? Is it still a fuzzy sound? No, it's not you, butterflies. It's not you. Okay, so that sounds a little better. All right. That's why. That's why I sounded so low, because somehow the mic kind of fucked up. Oh my god, everybody. What the hell? What the hell? Oh my god. Good morning, 31 Rewolf exam, also known as Max. I'm gonna just do the whole show in this voice, okay? Okay. Oh good. Hi Annette. Hi love. Annette, every time I see your name, I think of just being in the chill kind of Newfoundland, beautiful crisp air. I think I gotta get out. I gotta get out of this place. If it's the last thing that I ever do. Yeah, I know I'm kind of loud now. Now I'm loud. Okay, good. A bit loud, just a smidge. Good morning. Good morning, Annette. So good to see you, my friend. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere. You're bothered by wildfires? Oh no. God damn. What the fuck is going on in Canadian wildfires? Have we sent any firefighters to help you? Like, is anybody sending? Because the Canadians always send firefighters to help people. 20 miles away, that's not far, Annette. I really, really need you to be safe, which I know you will be, but I'm telling you, they are very scary and they really are, they move fast. Everything is crunchy underfoot, so droughty kind of conditions, dry conditions. Oh, Annette, I'm so sorry. That is just, and it's such beautiful land. And I just think about the animals and stuff. I'm so sorry. And of course, the people. I mean, that's the first and foremost. But that's what I think of when I see like fires going up in big, forested areas. It's like, oh man, what is it? I'm sorry. That's scary. Well, I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad right now you're kind of okay. I don't know. It has to do with a shift in the jet stream. Oh my God. You know what? We probably did it, Annette. I'm going to be honest. It's probably the United States. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, in Canada, Newfoundland. Annette, my love, is in Newfoundland. Annette's been a part of the lounge since the beginning. Annette was there at the very beginning. Yeah, thanks, Obama. Damn it. But yeah, I love you, Annette. Yes, ma'am. That's right. You have been there since the jump, the jumpity jump off, which I adore. We've had good times. We've had some laughs. We've had some laughs together. I didn't do a very good job prepping today's show. I just want you to know that. A very good job prepping. Okay, that does sound better though. But I think I have so much that's still left over from everything we've talked about that I can cobble it together, if you know what I mean. Yes, 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 yes. Must have had some tears. Oh, I think we've had tears, Annette. And Jane's right. There's been more than a few tears along the way. But Annette is one of those steadfast friends. You know, I met some really, really great people on Twitter. You know when it started is in like November, or it started like in the fall of 2021, Annette, 4 years ago. 4 years ago. That's when it started. Hi Easily, how are you? How's the grandbaby? Yeah, we started doing this in on Fridays in on Spaces when Spaces started. And we all just kind of came together. Remember that, Annette? We all just kind of flowed. I don't know. A lot of people were following like Clearing the Fog and Gal Suburban, and they were like one of our two. Oh, we should so do that, Annette. God, there's so many. We should do that. Yes, we started it on the Bird app. Hi, Lee, another OG. We did. We all I followed Clearing the Fog. I followed Gal. uh, we, we all quickly became friends, it felt like. And yeah, that's how it all started. If you go to Newfoundland, I went in, oh my God, Lee, we should actually plan that. We should actually plan a trip. I would totally do that. Oh, Annette, you're so sweet. It was so much fun. It was it was rough and tumble back in the early days. Back in the early days. I would like to thank Neil for showing me Lolo's Lounge. He made a comment on the 5/8 show, and voila. Oh my God, Neil. And look at him now. He's found another show. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, Gal was a huge conduit into the circle. People who followed Gal kind of came together. So I do feel like she was a real centerpiece of our coming together as a friend group. So it's not that far a drive from the border, and we could stop in Montreal. Hell yeah, let's do it. Fuck yeah, I love Montreal. Are you kidding me? Party. Partay. We can go see Neil. I'm sure Neil would love that. Oh, Neil, you had plans? No. He is a gem. He's a love. He is a love. Oh my God, Gal had less than 1K followers then. Oh my God. That's so crazy. Oh, that's so great. I love hearing that. I love hearing this. I met Gal via Greg Oliar. Oh God, yes. Greg has done such a lot of a lot for Gal, and Greg's a great person. So is LB. We love them so much. I think Gal has been a guest on Greg's podcast. She's like the top guest. Like she's been on his podcast more than any other guest. You remember that? That came up last time she went on his podcast. This is an amazing group of people. I do. I appreciate everyone. Greg and LB. LB's amazing. LB, Stephanie, I love you so much. You know I love you. I've told you I love you. Probably inappropriately. So I do. I really appreciate them. I really appreciate. Greg's a really very sweet person. Very smart. Very good at what he does. And just a joy of a person. Oh, I kind of miss LB Fireside Chats. I know she used to do that. Is she not? She should do something like that. I should put more work on her. She should do that. No. Oh, coffee. Oh, it's a little warm today. I'm just trying to like not move too much because I don't want to get too warm. So that's what I'm trying to do. Ah. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. New Brunswick. Oh, hell yeah. I love New Brunswick. Oh, yeah. I'm in. I'm into all of it. But I got to go see my Annette. I got to get it. I got to get my dose of Annette. I got to go to Newfie to see my Annette. Hell yeah. Um, yeah, so it would be really nice. I feel like all that stuff is starting to become more realistic in my life a little bit. Not like, not from any one perspective, but just from a readiness perspective, because I get like really in my head about shit. And it's been a hard few years in terms of like movement outside of the house. I know a lot of people experience that after COVID, that it was, harder, quote unquote, to leave the house. I had that a little bit before then because I had stuff happen in late 2019 that kind of put me in this position. But it's been a journey, like I'm better than I was, but I'm not as good as I should be. You know what I mean? That's the way I describe myself right now. I'm certainly better than I was, which was down at the bottom of not in a good space. And but I'm better than I was. I'm better than I was, but not as good as I could be. There you go. I know. I will. I feel like I will. I mean, we have to, right? I don't think there's a real choice in life. You have to kind of get there. I did miss my therapist referral, so now I have to go through the doctor again to get another referral. That's one thing I really can't stand about my insurance is you have to you they don't really account for people that have a lot of mental illness. They don't do a very good job of, kind of helping people who it's very hard to like follow up on some of that stuff. Actually, the other thing is that I don't get my referrals. My referrals come in the app and not in like anything else. And it's like, well, I'm new to this, so you have to give me a minute. But anyway, I don't know why I went into that story, but that's where I'm at. Yes, you do. That's right. Oh, sorry, it's a little sweaty. It's a little sweaty Betty over here. I'm a bit of a sweaty Betty. Yeah, yeah. You all right? You all right? You bothered? Are you bothered? I'm bothered by this heat. Oh, are you bothered? God, I am sweating. There's actually sweat on my brow. Oh. All right. So let's see. This whole not being around people during COVID made me realize I don't like most people. That's actually, I mean, that's probably true. I think that's probably true. You're better since I met you in October. Yes, that's true. Well, you know who you should. I mean, Annette. Lee knows very, very well. Paulina has been around a very long time. Butterflies has been around a long time. Max has been around a long time. Everyone has. Oh my gosh. We've all been hanging out together for quite some time when I look at names. But yeah, no, it's one of the most wonderful communities of people that have come together. I really enjoy it. Shirt people. Yeah, I was not a shirt person. Yeah, they didn't like me on BTM. They did not like me. Telescope didn't like me. No, they didn't like me. And I didn't hang out with them. I spoke on the Discord a couple times. Remember I yelled at Wizzy? I read Wizzy the Riot Act on BTM Discord once. That's about all I did. He doesn't like anybody. Yeah, exactly. It's true. He does. He doesn't even like himself. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, Wizzy. I know of all Jizzy. That's what I used to call him. I'm so happy you're here, Jane. You're hilarious. I love it. I love the people that come into this circle. They're fucking awesome. Everybody's got like a ton of shit going on. But yeah, no, I was not not that they were mean. Nobody was mean to me or anything. Not really. Of the shirt people, if I can remember.
but I just wasn't part of that group. I did try in the beginning. I tried to like chat and be part of it, but I just never kind of caught on. You know what I mean? Same thing with Damnation Drive-In. I was never like I never was really. I mean, I was yeah. Never mind. Fuck them. Fuck all those people. I started out trolling the convoy at Beta Boys. That's right, Max. Oh my God, is he still alive? Is he still alive? Yeah, I know that whole thing was weird. And there's some really trashy people that were involved in that. Sorry, I'm sorry to tell you, you're very trashy. You're very trashy and very horrid people. But I really started out trolling chuds during the Malheur occupation. That's right. I remember you talking about that. I started with the Canadian convoy, and I would drop in chats, "Trump's dead?" as a question. That was how I started trolling the Canadian convoy. Trump is dead? um No, I know. So I started getting like uh banned by people like Travel Fun 69. Travel Sex Tourist 69. And I think I got banned in, well, I got banned in everything, but I got banned in War. What was that guy? Not War Eagle, but what was he? War something? Oh God, Paulina, everybody had to put up with my convoy stuff in my normal group of friends. Everyone had to hear about the convoy all the time. Oh my God. You guys were so patient with me. I can't even believe it's like I was in a cult and my friends were just like, "We're going to wait until you get this cult out of your system." Gal Squad was just like, "You go do that stuff. Go ahead. It's fine. Whatever. Come back when you've shaken the cult of the convoy off of you." I remember you're following that. Yeah, it was funny, but yeah, but hey, I know I should never have gotten involved in that. Although I met some really great people out of it. A few, not a lot, just a few. Wartime, no, it was War Eagle. It was like a Canadian Chud channel. Oh fuck. I don't know. Mr. Bubbles, I think, was not part of it, but he was War. What the hell's that guy's channel name? It was kind of a big channel in Canada. Anyway, the point is that I trolled the Canadian convoy and then I transitioned over to trolling the American convoy, and that was really it. I'm still laughing at how people are upset that the Texas Democrats left the state to avoid a vote, but are perfectly fine with Lil Mikey Johnson calling a recess to avoid the Maxwell subpoena. Yeah, hello. Hello. Yeah, thank you for your service, Lolo. Thank you very much. Oh, Canada. Yeah, that was fun. Canadians were fun. That was a good times. Such innocent times. Such an innocent convoy. It was really like a bad rave, okay? With not a lot of teeth. That's really that's how I recap the Canadian convoy. Bad rave, not a lot of teeth. That's it. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry, but Canada knows. Our Canadian friends know they have a chud problem just the same as we have a chud problem here in the United States. Maybe not to the degree that we have. But you got some all-time champion chuds up there, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Well, good morning. It doesn't matter. They're all in the rear view mirror now. Fuck them. Fuck all of them. Fuck off. Fuck off, everybody. I complained tactfully on Facebook about the convoy. At the moment, it was a waste of time. Well, yes. People in the administration are having dinner at JD's tonight. Uh-oh. The party's over. It's time to call it a day. That man should jump off the roof. And boom, he goes poof. Our troubles away. Take off his makeup. Wait, so when you say people in the administration, butterflies, Goof on a roof. Oh my God, Grace Lisa, that's a winner. That's hilarious. Goof on a roof. It is true too. It's true, Grace Lisa. It's true. It's true. People in the administration. So does that mean the cabinet? Because if it is the cabinet, that is kind of a oh no. There's no way his cabinet's going to 25th Amendment him. I'm going to look for that. There's no way his cabinet's going to 25th Amendment him, right? I mean, can you imagine Maha? This guy, okay, I'm going to tell you. Somebody needs to get them. Somebody needs to do something about Robert fucking Kennedy Jr., okay? I'm not kidding right now. I'm not kidding right now. Somebody needs to do something about that piece of shit because this guy doesn't know what the task was. He didn't get the memo. The memo should have been just go sit in the office, tell people you're the head of Health and Human Services, get pussy, and move on. But no, no, no. He's going in and doing all kinds of damage, eliminating mRNA research, uh, stopping a $500 million grant yesterday, going on TV all the time with his little clips that he does, like, "Hi, I'm Robert F. Kennedy Jr. I'm the Health and Human Services Director," as if he's going to run for president someday. Oh my God, these people. So the problem with the cabinet is that they have zero spine. Zero. They're so lucky. They're the dregs of society who no one would hire. But this guy would hire all of them. Nutlicker, uh, uh, Beasley, Crispy Gnome, Pamela Joe. Forget about Pig's Breath. I don't know. I think he's drunk in the corner now, right? Has anybody seen Pig's Breath? Is he dead? I don't know. Yeah, no one in the Republican Party has a spine. Yeah, I mean that's the problem. His cabinet, they absolutely need him. You know, like you look at someone like an Elaine Chao who was in the last administration. She didn't really need him, right? She didn't really need him. Didn't really need him. But these guys, they fucking need Dump. I don't think they're JD fans. I don't think they're JD fans. That's what I say. Max says, I only started watching. Did he testify the other day, Butterflies? I don't even know. Was that yes? I mean, I don't know. I only started watching Convoy streams because they were passing through my area and had no idea I'd get so sucked in. It was kind of a weird situation, really. I want to finish that podcast that what was it? What did I call it? The con job? No, the con pod. Uh, to talk about my experiences observing the whatchamacallit, the convoy. I did one episode, but then unfortunately that's around the time when I was going to do the second episode and get back into it. That was when Don't Go to the Show passed away. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It was a hard time. But yeah, but here we are now, so many years later. Didn't figure it would last more than a couple weeks. Well, guess what? It's like a cancer. But it's funny to see the spin-off stories of the convoy. I mean, I'm not going to go into them because they're boring actually, but it is interesting to see how many stories spun off of that and how many people are still clinging to kind of the drama haha that came through that. Oh my God, such tremendous drama. I mean, that's what I'm going to write about is all the drama that I saw behind the scenes. So strap in, kids. You should have let me chat. It was a whole host of characters. You shouldn't have been so mean to me. Oh my God. Um, let's see. Let me go to my playlist. Actually, I just want to see if there's anything like actually happening today that's live. I don't think there is. Paul Ryan, is he still alive? Oh my God. Let's see, the Texas special session. That's coming up. Mm, mm, Bow, bow, bow. Mud Pig. Oh my God. Blinky. Oh my God. I have the best picture of Blinky. I have such great screenshots. I need to put a coffee table book together of my screenshots. I'm gonna fucking do that. Oh my God. Oh, bunch of doozies. Oh my God. Like you, I was blocked on most streams by April 2022, except for Beta Boys. I was blocked on pretty much every stream by like the end by March, right when it started. They hated me. They hated me. They hated Max. They hated me. We would always be like, "Do you know that the da 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 amendment of the Constitution, bida bada Buddha?" And they'd be like, "Shut up, Lolo. Shut up, Max." What? What? We're just trying to educate you. What? What? Freedom. Free speech, but you're not going to listen to me rip you a new asshole? Come on now. What's wrong with you? Wow, there's nothing happening, at least right now online. I'm sure there will be. Let me go to my playlist because we got a lot of things that we had to watch. Ooh, that we haven't watched yet. Do. I kind of want. I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna show this. I wasn't even mean or personal. I just posted facts. I know, Max, you weren't. You were very straightforward. You were very straightforward, and you had some of the best alts that I've ever seen. To this day, I will hold those secrets. MAGA can't face facts. Oh no, they cannot. Butterflies. Very, very difficult for them. Very difficult for them to face facts. Yeah. But yeah, there's chuds everywhere. There were chuds on the convoy watching side too. So there was a lot of shitty people, and they're still being shitty to this day. Okay, let me see. Oh yeah, I did have some things. Mind. I'm gonna start out with something that I hope she doesn't strike me. I don't think she will, but I hope she doesn't. And it's too many chuds on the dance floor. Too many chuds. Wait, I have that song. Now I want to hear it. Now I want to hear it. I moved everything around and now I can't see which one's which. I know I have it. Where is it? Does it say dicks or God, I must have gotten rid of it. Oh, but I've got this.
Tinky Winky,
Tinky Winky,
Dipsy, Lala,
Po. Teletubbies. Teletubbies. Say hello. Uh-oh. Hi, good morning, Tammy. How are you? I was just looking for one of my sound bites, but I couldn't find it. I have too many dicks on the dance floor. I did have it as a sound, but now I don't know where it is. All right, that's fine. Good morning, Baltimore. There's the drunk on a stool by the door. What is it? I don't know the words to that song. Okay. So this no. Now, this I want you to indulge me, okay? Can you indulge me for a minute? Can you just indulge me for a minute? Because as you know, if you know me at all, you know that if you, I have not given in to the 2024 was rigged. If we must, yes. Thank you. The whole 2024 was rigged kind of thing. I don't really entertain that because I have a little bit of PTSD when it comes to election data. Oh, good, Tammy. I'm so glad. That's the intention. Excellent. My plan is working. But I just came across. It's a half an hour, so it's a long piece. But I think she won't strike me. But it's Jessica Denson, who used to work for Trump, and then she did stuff for Midas Touch. I don't know. I think she might still be with Midas Touch. I just don't recall. And she did this half-hour piece, and it appears to be like going over some of the people who have looked into the 2024 election. Now, I don't want to relitigate 2024, but I haven't. Oh, she's not with Midas. Oh, okay. I haven't. I haven't like. Yeah, there's something fishy about it, and I'm obviously the bomb threats that were called into primarily Democratic precincts, et cetera. There are a lot of things like objectively happened. But I'm not here to like say, "Oh my God, it's a conspiracy theory." Right. I'm not gonna go that far. But I'm interested because this is one of the first like presentations of potential data. And I kind of want to just give her the benefit of the doubt and see what she's found. Now, there's a big chance that I just stop this in the middle and go, we can't watch this. This is ridiculous. But I kind of want to give it a chance. So, with all of that, thank you for indulging my curiosity. That's really what this is. It's my incredible curiosity about whether or not there's a there, which I'm not convinced there is. And I don't even know, nobody would do anything about it, right? She's part of some of the protests. She means business. I kind of like her. Jay, girl, I love you, girl. Yeah, 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 yeah. Jay, I love you, girl. I bless the rains down in Africa. She is kind of a badass. She was one of the people that won against Trump for the NDA. Yeah. So, she's not just she was a former Trumpette, so don't get me wrong, but she has been very stalwart in her speaking out against the Dump administration. So, bravo. Anyway, let's hear what she has to say about everything. And I like her sweatshirt.
I'm Jessica Denson, and you are watching a special edition of Lights On with Jessica Denson. This is a special Sunday live. I do not usually do live spur of the moment like this, but I frankly was inspired to last night after watching Kamala Harris's full interview
I didn't watch
with
it.
Stephen Colbert. So many things came to me listening to her responses in this interview. And so many of you have asked me to comment on this very popular Substack about an ex-CIA whistleblower going on the record to say the NSA audited the 2024 election. Kamala Harris won. So I really just had so many threads to share with you about the connection that I saw in this new reporting,
and the red
as well as
lipstick
what
is
we have been
really
reporting
nice
on Lights On for so long about knowing that this election was anything but free and fair. And some kind of really deep introspection and humility that I've had just over the past day about love and gratitude and self-worth, and how the power, the transformative power of love can really free us from this
Carrie, did you come in?
injustice
Hello, darling.
that we are
Sorry, I missed
suffering as a
you.
nation right now. So there is going to be a healthy dose of soul and spirituality in this episode that comes from a deep place, as I mentioned, of humility and introspection. So if that's not your cup of tea, you can pass now to the next video. I won't be offended, but that is what I really believe will get us out of this. And Kamala Harris spoke a lot about that last night, about God, about prayer, about our own power. So many of the themes that she was repeating so much during the campaign, and that clearly resonated with the majority of this country. So you have a special, different episode of Lights On that you're tuning into right now. Let me start with the article that is on Substack, on the Substack page. This Will Hold, written by a woman named Tanya, who is a friend of Lights On, and we've spoken, and I hope to really delve more into this with her and get some more background, just to read the cover of of the lead on
Sorry.
this. It is, quote, in December 2024, I was personally involved in an NSA authorized forensic audit of the 2024 election. Now, this is the claim by a man named Adam Zarnowski, an ex-CIA agent and the author of a book called Jormungandr, which is about human trafficking in his work in that field. He says Kamala Harris and Tim Walz won by a wide margin. Trump lost dramatically. There are multiple layers of complexity to this cover-up, including transactional organized crime syndicates that extend far beyond the United States and our elections. To that point, I work in the human trafficking sector, which intersects with the stolen elections and has ties to Trump and Epstein, not to President Biden, Vice President Harris, or Governor Walz, but to the Democrats and other allied interests responsible for burying
Jay, that's me.
the audit.
That's what
now,
I
that
believe.
is obviously it's a bombshell claim to make. And I will tell you that I have done some preliminary cross checks with other cybersecurity experts that I know and just asked them to give me, election security experts, forgive me, to give me their feedback on that claim. And I will tell you, one of the responses that I got was that there's a little bit of a question as to his claim that a forensic audit was done, since there have not been any hand count of audits. There have not been any retention of the actual voting machines to conduct a forensic audit. So they had a little bit of a question as to how a forensic audit could have been conducted by the NSA. That said, if you proceed through this Substack article, you will see that Adam is calling himself for a hand recount and really raising the urgency of needing
this is Grace,
to probe
this
this
is you.
issue
You did
further,
this.
which is what I'm going to
Oh
talk
my
about
God.
when
Grace
I get
Lisa.
to the Stephen Colbert
This is
interview
because
with
of
Kamala
Grace
Harris.
Lisa.
We really
Grace Lisa, one of the producers of the show,
have to address this. We cannot let this go. We must address it if we ever have any hope, as I've said countless.
I mean, that's true. Grace Lisa, I totally forgot. And here's the thing. Let me say this really loudly. I am woefully bad sometimes at giving credit to people who share things. And I'm not saying that you're saying that, but I really I am so appreciative. And that means when you guys feed stuff to me, you're basically helping me produce the show. You're producers. That's what producers do. So I just want to say thank you, because this is such a fucking collaborative effort. And I don't even think I've hit the mark of how I really want to present it to you. Like, I want to do it in a smoother fashion so it feels like da 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 da. That was the name of her segment on Midas Touch. Okay. So thank you so much. My gosh. This show would be nothing without the people who send me shit and the stuff you guys share. It would be nothing. So I just want to really, I can't say that enough. So thank you. Thank you, my darling. This was probably it.
Times of having a legitimate election in this country.
I love this community so much.
The article goes on to list the vulnerabilities of our voting machines, in particular
friends.
the ES and S operated voting machines that are prolific in this country, and the vendor that was supposed to mitigate any software vulnerabilities in these machines and did not do that. And this is reiterated in this article, but this is not new reporting. This has been known for quite some time. Some of the cybersecurity experts and election security experts I've had on this program in the past have told me that clearly, including Susan Greenhall, the election security advisor for Free Speech for People.
Oh, yeah.
Duncan Buell, who leads the computer science department at the University of South Carolina. Both of them were on a letter that was penned to Kamala Harris in November of this year. It's the reason I left Midas Touch, to be able to have this conversation with Clarity, when they were pleading with Kamala Harris just to conduct recounts, because they knew that the voting machines had not been secured after Donald Trump and his co-conspirators gained access to these machines after the 2020 election. The necessary safeguards were never done to these machines, and all kinds of misconceptions as to our elections being secure were so secure and impenetrable were out there, in particular because any mention of the notion that we might have to do better election hygiene was wrongfully conflated with the efforts of Trump and MAGA in 2020 to claim a stolen election when it in fact was not, and when they in fact had countless recounts, countless audits, and did everything under the sun to be able to see that Biden did in fact win that, and they wouldn't even take that as a result. As we know, instead, Donald Trump led a deadly insurrection. So frankly, I do have more digging to do on the Substack article, but I will tell you, with or without doing that, I already know. I already know from all of the work that I have done reporting on this show, from all of the experts I have talked to, from all of the data scientists who are looking at the voting irregularities and anomalies in voting behavior, from others such as Greg Palast, who I have had on the program talking about the massive voter suppression, where he explained to me that if all legal ballots were counted and all legal voters were allowed to vote, Trump would have lost the states of Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Georgia. Harris would have won the presidency with 286 electoral votes. She did not, because he, according to Greg Palast, who is an independent journalist who has worked for The Guardian, BBC, many other highly reputable outlets, and has dug deep into the issue of voter suppression. He says that if not for the mass purge of
he was he's who brought us Vigilantes Inc. about Georgia voting. He's an expert in Georgia voting. The parts about habeas corpus and judicial review of unlawful detention. Yeah, Trump did say that, Carrie. You're right. Thanks for fixing Pennsylvania, or whatever the fuck he said. And what sections? Yeah. Did you see I have not. I wouldn't know what to look for to say, except for what. Thank you for Max sharing that it's the habeas corpus and judicial review section. But yeah, I have not seen that. I think this is much worse than we think it is. Hi, good morning, Teresa. I love you. Good morning. I love you. That's not. Yeah. Good morning. I love you. I do love you. We were reminiscing this morning, so I'm feeling nostalgic. But back to the Constitution, and everything that's happening. You know, what was there was a couple things that happened over the last, like maybe over the weekend or so, that really gave me some pause. I think it was that. Oh, good morning, Paul J. I think it was something to do with contracts. Oh, I know what it was. It was the earnings of like Apple and Palantir and pretty much like the big five, what I think of the big five tech bros. And a lot of companies, their earnings have somewhat suffered. Earnings weren't great, I guess, across the board, and that was part of last week's market, in addition to the tariffs. But the tech bro stocks, and I have to figure out, it's like Palantir, Apple, Microsoft, another one I can't think, but there's like five. There's like five companies that are really going to take advantage of this AI revolution of manufacturing and production here in the United States, which even your Mind products are going to be, and Google, right? Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. And Meta. Yeah. So Meta, Google, Microsoft, Apple, Palantir. Well, I guess SpaceX or XAI. So that's six. Oh, Amazon. So seven. There's probably more, but those are the ones that are like popping in. Oh yeah, he's given money. He's already in. He's in. He just didn't have, he probably didn't have anything for this round of contracts. He'll get him in the other contracts. But there is some seriously fucked up shit, and every time that those words come out of my mouth, it's like in my head they mean so much, but then when they come out, it's like, oh my god, it's like too little, too late. It's like the house is on fire behind us, and we know it's on fire, but for some reason we can't just turn around and put it out. That's what it feels like. It feels like we're frozen. Like you can tell there's a fire and the house is burning, but you feel like almost powerless to actually do anything about it. And I know there are many people that are doing things about it. I think of Mark Elias. I think of uh, all the civil rights leaders that are focused right now on trying to preserve rights, all the immigration lawyers who are trying to ensure that people have representation and due process. Those people are in the trenches. They're doing the work on the front lines. So they're putting out the fire. But it's almost like they're using old hoses, right? Because they're playing by the rules, which is not a bad thing. Um, and it's kind of like, it's like pissing on a house fire. That's what my mother would have said. Anyway, what Mama Lolo would say is, it's like pissing on a house fire. Now, can it change? I mean, yes, anything can happen on planet Earth. But I'm not sure what the tipping point is, and I'm sure we're not at the tipping point yet. That's why I am supportive. Normally, I would not be supportive of focus on the Epstein story. I really wouldn't, because I don't like salacious stories. I don't like, the um, the salacious kind of consumption of stories where children are abused and hurt, and there's this kind of like morbid curiosity about it. I don't have that. And what I want is justice for people. That's one of those things. I just don't, I wouldn't cover the Epstein stuff if I didn't think it was actually one of the best arrows in the quiver right now to take away one piece of the administration. Now, understanding full well that the power base is really in the J.D. Vance, Peter Thiel camp. That's where the power base is. And that's one of the reasons he needed such clowns for the cabinet ministers, or what are cabinet ministers, secretaries. Sorry, I don't know. I was thinking of Canada or something. I don't know what. That's one of the reasons they needed such a clown cabinet, because those clown cabinets, if Dump is gone for whatever reason, they will, the donor class, like, the Peter Thiel, the administration knows that they can control them. Knows that those folks aren't going anywhere. So that's kind of all baked in. Now, I think our only hope, this is going to sound really stupid, but I hope not. You know who I think one of our only hopes is? John Roberts. I think he's our only hope right now. I do. I think John Roberts is the answer. I think if he takes control of SCOTUS, did I get his name right? John Roberts, the head of SCOTUS, the Chief Justice. Is that it? He's the only one who even has the potential, the scintilla of ethical behavior, because he's done it once or twice He's our only hope. He's the only backstop. I can't imagine it either, unfortunately, Grace Lisa. But he is our only backstop. Whether it be holding people like Clarence Thomas to account, right? The other hope that I have is career staffers that are still at the agencies. They're also one of our last hopes. But I don't know what they can do, because, that's asking someone to put themselves at great risk, and I don't know what that even looks like. So, the military, I don't think the military is going to do anything, and I don't want to see a military coup, or, I don't want to see a coup. I really don't. I want there to be some accountability for the crimes that are currently being committed. And I don't want Harlan Crow deciding how SCOTUS is going to vote. So I really truly believe that John Roberts is perhaps really he's Obi-Wan Kenobi at this point. I mean, but kind of a fucked up one, kind of like a shitty Obi-Wan Kenobi. Like, he drinks too much. He's not reliable. And sometimes he hangs out with Darth Vader, you know. And but that's it. He's it. Because SCOTUS is the one who can help, move us through something. Because even Congress at this point, as captured as Congress is, even Congress has to, or it seems to, still gives, props to SCOTUS. Now, maybe they do just because it protects their guy, but whatever. It's really interesting. Now, I understand, the whole DOJ thing, but I feel like those folks, again, Pamela Joe and Crash Patel and Bingo Bongo, I feel like they are they will back down. So will Tulsi. So I think that, I even think that those folks don't have enough of a spine to stand up if Dump is not around to protect them. You know what I mean? So I'm not advocating for revolution or anything. I'm advocating for accountability. And this entire, like, Clinton, Adam Schiff for his mortgage or something. Wow. How fucking hypocritical that all is. Which of course we knew. But now that, this kind of, like, going out and arresting a bunch of people that were really literally probably just doing their job, maybe not always doing a great job, don't get me wrong. I have no love lost for any of these folks. But they were just doing, the job that they were assigned at that point, and not necessarily being like fucking, Nazis. Hillary's a bitch. I don't think she's a Nazi. So, there's that. Anyway, sorry to go off, but it really struck me that, because it's like, where do you turn? Where do you turn? What's the opportunity? What's the opportunity? It's that old fucking corporate thinking. Where's the solution? Where's the solution? What direction could be a solution? And it comes to John Roberts for me. I've always thought that he really wasn't down with the whole MAGA thing. I don't know that. There's nothing in his behavior that tells me that that's true. But I do wonder. Okay, sorry. I digress.
Voters of color, if not for the mass disqualification of provisional and mail-in ballots, if not for the new mass vigilante challenges in swing states, which is the subject of his documentary, Vigilantes, Inc., Harris would have gained at least another 3,565,000 votes, topping Trump's official popular vote tally by 1 1.2 million. 1.2 million at least, just on the issue of voter suppression, even leaving all of the other data manipulation that is highly likely to have occurred out of the picture. There's also other individuals, such as a man named David Rodriguez, who has gone to great lengths to investigate what appears to be a massive discrepancy in the amount of registered voters before the election and after the election. He says just prior to 2024, November of 2024, it was reported that there were nearly 18 million new registered voters in the US since the 2022 midterms, yet that increase in registered voters appears to have completely vanished after the election. What happened? He goes on to write about how the disappearance of mail-in ballots is a very possible likelihood. And there were reputable, credible, completely mainstream news organizations reporting, you remember this, the most strange anomalies with ballots being discovered on the side of a road or down a creek. He really delves into what could have happened with the mail-in votes and how this situation in particular with mail-in votes would not even be discovered with a recount or an audit, because they would not have ever reached the polling place. I have always believed that it was a mass assault on this election, that they were coming at it from every angle, that Donald Trump had so much to lose there, and the forces that were depending on him, those billionaires and those people that are so desperate to hold on to their own wealth. Money can't buy happiness, folks. And just enrich themselves at all costs, that knew they would get Donald Trump to do their bidding. That cynicism, that zero-sum game playbook, those people and those forces were so invested in getting him elected, not to mention Trump himself, to stay out of jail for all the crimes that he committed, that they would pull out all the stops to make that happen. And I absolutely believe that they did. Now, when I was watching the interview with Kamala Harris on Stephen Colbert, I had so many thoughts, and I addressed this a little bit on Friday, but as I watched the full interview, so many more things came to me. At one point, she said to Stephen Colbert, she said she would pray every night and ask God, I hope I have done everything I could do today.
Sorry, I can't do that. I can't do that. Yeah, so if that's, I don't know if that's all the evidence that she talks about. It looks like it might be. Yeah, it looks like this then goes on to say, gosh, let's all know our worth, like Mika Brzezinski told us to. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm so cynical sometimes. Good morning, Badge. Just thinking about you. Hoping you're okay. How are you doing? I love you. That's what I'm doing this morning. I love you. Good morning. I love you. We were getting all nostalgic, so I got a little mushy. So how do I feel about that? I think, I mean, the number of 18 million people being registered and then how those rolls were, how they disappeared, I would need to see the numbers. That would need to be hard data in order to say, like da 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 da. And the whole disenfranchisement of voters is absolutely 100% valid. And my only concern is that the court systems would not uphold, because they did it through whatever, horrid, but at the time legal means, or have been challenged in court and it's been sitting there and, been stuck in the court system, which I think is so much of the challenge to this administration is stuck in the court system. And the problem with this administration is they don't give a shit if it's an injunction or not. They're going to find a way to keep doing the shit that they want to do. Medicated the cat with no major injuries to yes. Yes. The satellite cluster stuff. What's that, Grace Lisa? Was that another piece? I might have missed it. Sometimes I zoned out with her voice. Sometimes I zone out. But So I struggle because the whole missing mail ballots and the creeks and the whatever sides of the roads. Um, it might be my trauma from 2021 from the detail on the blue sky. Oh shoot, I don't know what that means. I'm so sorry. Oh, probably what you tagged me in. I'll take a look. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I guess I would just need it's not jumping out to me, and I spent so much time looking at whatever data the grifters like Doug Frank and people came up with. I spent so much time going through their cockamamie theories that now I tend to think of those theories as cockamamie unless there's some very good evidence to the contrary. So I'm still much of a skeptic. But I will say this: I to this day recall that on November 5th in the evening, I felt like, wow, that was fast because everybody had been saying, "Oh, it's going to take us a week. Don't expect the results right away," and blah 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 blah, and da 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 do. And then it was like, "Oh, it's 7 o'clock in the evening, and yep, he won." And I'm like, "Wait, what? Wait, what?" So it felt fast in relation to the fact that the expectation and the experience precedent had been that it does take a few days to kind of get everything out in the wash. But apparently not this time. So I don't know. I'm always open to the idea that there needs to be accountability for rigging. I don't know what Scott fucking Pressler was up to in Pennsylvania, but it wasn't good. It wasn't good. So I don't know what Scott Pressler did, but I could see him being involved in some chicanery up in Pennsylvania. The 2020 never ending election stuff was to prevent us from questioning the 2024. That's a good point. That's a very good point. Boy, it worked on me. It worked on me. No. Schlump stopped at a rally and swayed to music for 45 minutes 3 weeks before the election. Oh my God, I remember that. That was with Crispy Gnome, right? Crispy Gnome was there. We're in the car. Buckle your safety belt. Oh, okay, Tom. Good morning, sir. How are ya? How are ya? Ah, holy moly. Um, what do I have? What do I have? I don't really like that. I don't want to do that story. Anyway, I'm always going to be open to the possibility. Did Pressler get the Amish to vote? I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't know what he was up to, but it wasn't good because Scott Pressler. There's nothing good about Scott Pressler. There's nothing good. I don't even like his hair. Okay, I know that's spicy, but I don't like his hair. I do hope you read it. Yes, I will definitely read it, Grace Lisa. I will definitely read it. In fact, let me go ahead and see if I can find it. Lulu do 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 do. Bow 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 bow. No 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 no. Oh yeah, did you see my shit? I shit on Merrick Garland this morning on Blue Sky. I woke up and I was really mad. I was really mad because they were talking, and I don't even like Adam Schiff. Okay, I don't like him, but uh, what was I gonna say? Now I can't even remember. Remember. Ooh, 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 ooh. God damn it. I don't like Blue Sky's interface. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Uh, 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 uh. Uh, 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 uh. Dang it. I can't find it. What's the topic? It's satellites and satellite clusters, you said? You remember 20 Is it 25th of September? 20 If I recall correctly, he claimed that he had corralled more Amish votes than there are Amish people in the state. I agree, Carrie. I didn't not want to entertain the election was stolen. But if you read This Will Hold Substack about the case, pretty convincing that there's there. I'm going to read that. Oh, so is that the Substack? Grace Lisa, that you want, this will hold. Okay. Bang, 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 bang. Bang. La 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 la. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Let's see how it lays itself out so that I can. All right. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to read this. How long is it? Do 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 do. Oh, I see. It's not. I'm going to subscribe. Oh no, I'm not. I forgot. Subscriptions on this is not that. I'm going to read through and see and compare it with notes that I have about the 2020 election, which would be interesting to kind of compare. I agree. I don't want to understand. Oh, this will hold. Yeah. Say there was evidence if it was stolen. What could they do it then anyway? I mean, Josh, good morning, by the way. That's a good point. Now, I'm always in favor of pursuing something. I'm always in favor of pursuing something. I will support anything as long as I can see the data and kind of feel comfortable that there's enough there. Then, hell, man, I'll be your biggest cheer. I'll be your biggest fan. I'll be your biggest fan. I heard he scared the Amish that Dems would steal their land and their religion. Well, I could see Scott Pressler doing that. I'm trying to decide which drugs I want to be paid to take. I mean, being paid to take drugs? Okay. Yes, please. There are 4 parts, but it's not dense. The evidence is pretty compelling. All right, well, I can read it. Accuse the other of what you do, playbook. Absolutely. Hail Mary, Jane. That's where military may actually come in as Q, as that sounds. I know. See, I know we're all kind of on that, right? We understand how this works. That's what I love about this group. We get how this works. Okay? We get how this works. We know we're not eyes closed on this. So there. Okay, let me go ahead and read this. Hey man, what the hell? This wait, where is it? Is Carla here? Carla, are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Wait, where is it? Hold on. God damn it. Fuck. Where is it? I gotta fix my whatever. I have way too many like stupid like balls and stuff on this. Oh, here we go. Wait, I gotta go all the way up. What must have happened to my little scene? Oh, come on. I know this is gonna be worth it. This is gonna be worth it. The joke's gonna be worth it. Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay. It just took me a minute. It took me a minute. Yeah. Okay, we'll do it live. You know what I realized the other day? It has been so long since I read like a court document. And you remember when I was always reading court documents? Oh my God, Trump just slapped. Well, 25, he was going to do 50, right, on India? He's the worst. He doesn't even know how to make a deal. He doesn't know how to, force someone's hand effectively. What a fucking idiot. God, we're just run by a bunch of idiots. You know. All right. Okay, thank you, Bill. Appreciate it. Thanks for holding down the fort. Okay, let me pull this bye-bye up. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. La 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 la. La 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 la. I know you're not going to be able to read it. I'm so sorry. I apologize in advance. Because Modi wouldn't return his call. Crazy. Crazy for thinking that my love could hold. The police stopped a potential mass shooting at Palm Beach Airport. Excellent. I'm glad they did that. I hope everyone's safe. That must be incredibly scary. I feel like just with the DHS police and the whole, like, the stupid rubber bullets and the, canisters and stuff. It really is scary to have, like, people point weapons at you and shoot. So is this the same as the blue sky stuff? I can't find the blue sky. This will hold, right? Is that what you meant? Uh-oh. Is that what you meant? Am I totally off topic here? Let me know. Math doesn't lie, people do. A buried NSA authorized audit paved the way for this unelected, illegitimate regime. Well, then why doesn't somebody leak the fucking audit results? Why don't they leak the audit results? That's the latest. There's many, 5, 6, or 7 entries of this. This will hold. Look at what I tagged on Blue Sky. Okay. I'm very nervous, right? Hold on right now. Pressure. Wait, what's your handle? What's your handle on? Oh, there we go. I got you. Yes, sorry. Grace Lisa. It just takes me 17 minutes. Yes, if anything, the CIA people are the most trustworthy, aren't they? Aren't they? Aren't they? Okay, here we go. This is better. This is better. I'm sorry. Oh, it's not easy being green. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, that's a little bit better anyway. Do, 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 do. Right. Okay, let's see what's what here. You put the tariff article in DM? Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. 40% of generic. Yes, Max. That's right. Thank you for reminding me. 232 on pharmaceuticals in the works. Plan to start slow and increase tariffs to 250%. Wait, what now? Wait, excuse me? What is squeezing me? Wait, what now? Is it? Okay. I'm going to go to that next. Oh my God. I think they're waiting for more MAGA chuds to turn on Clump, so less civil unrest. Good point. That were Epstein and the people he abused, saying release the files, their testimonials, and protect the IDs. Yeah. Oh my God, you're absolutely right. I think that's a really smart observation. That they need more to build. They need more pressure from chuds on dump admin to release the to basically tell the story, which I don't know if we're going to get the story. I think Ghislaine is negotiating her pardon right now for saying, "Oh, dump, he was never there. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who she is. She doesn't even go to our school.
I don't really know who you're talking about. I never heard of him. I don't really recognize him. No. No, sorry, can't help you. No, mm-mm. Oh, but Bill Clinton? Horn dog. Horn dog. Made me do what I did. Actually, it's Bill Clinton's fault that I did what I did. Okay? And maybe Hillary's too. I don't know. Because, they come as a match set. Okay? 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 So there. So there. Okay? So, the minute Dumpy gives me a full pardon and the ability to write a book about it and make a mint, I'll give him the names he wants. And you know what, Stephen Hawking? We're bringing you back from the dead, bitch. That's right. Back from the dead. He is risen, and I'm not. Yeah. Uh-huh. Right. Okay. I see you over there. Okay, anyway. So this is Ghislaine Maxwell and I'm out. Bye.
Oh my gosh, I was channeling Ghislaine Maxwell for a minute there. Oh, she has a much higher voice than I thought she did. Okay, this is what Grace Lisa was trying to tell me. She's called the girl. She called the oh no, oh that's so terrible. No, fuck her 100%. Oh no. If that didn't come through, fuck her 100%. She's a fucking pedophile and a rapist and a trafficker. She's all the things. She's all the things he was. So fuck her all the way off. But this is what I think is going to happen. I think she's going to get her pardon in exchange for forgetting that Trump was anywhere near Epstein ever. That's what's going to happen. So that's it. Oh no, you're laughing at the right time because that bit I just did was funny. Okay. All right. Damn it. Let's read this. Thank you, Grace Lisa, for this link. Musk's direct to sell constellation and the U.S. election. This is from the This Will Hold author. That shit's funny. Background. This began in 2022 as digging when Musk launched his bid to purchase Twitter at $20 billion overvalued just 49 days after Putin invaded Ukraine. A convo re NATO considering Article 5 over cyber attacks prompted the original post. Starlink direct to sell. Seamless access to
Seamless access to text, voice, and data for LTE phones across the globe. The Starlink Direct to Cell launch campaign is underway with ubiquitous coverage.
Musk gets Twitter for $44 billion to cheers and fears of free speech plan. Okay, Reuters, way to play it down. And we recall that he had to borrow money or something. Like this broke him. So, and I said at the time, it's a catch and kill, which means you buy it, you break it, and people benefit because one of the last bastions of free speech, a la Arab Spring, etc., took place on Twitter. And in my mind, this administration, this group of oligarchs, if you will, needed to suppress that free speech, to suppress an organizing arm of this country through Twitter. And that's why I think he bought Twitter, so that he could do exactly what he did, Nazify it, drive us all from it, and have one of the major global information dissemination tools at his disposal and his algorithm. And now his AI. You see how that works? Pretty fucking smart, isn't he? So what at the time felt like a really stupid business decision, now he's what? Is he the second richest man in the world or third or something? I don't even know which richest man he is, but now magically he's now the richest man or among the richest men in the world. Huh. And mission accomplished because Twitter is dying in the depths of the Nazi trenches. But it's still something that I don't know how many millions or maybe a billion people use across the globe. So anyway, well, I think the Saudis, I think someone else gave him money too, Jim. But anyway, that ship has definitely sailed. They're already saying that she said in her interview she didn't witness anything bad from Schlump. Yeah, because if you didn't catch one of my videos yesterday, hold on, because I'm going to self-promote. I'm going to self-promote. It's only a minute, so don't panic. Hold on. Don't do anything. Don't do anything. No, stop talking. Okay. I did this yesterday. I don't know why I do these shorts. Or these little things. I think I do them because it just makes me feel better. So don't think I think I'm anything, because I don't think I'm anything. But I think I do these because they make me feel better. So I made this one yesterday after he did the LA Olympics bullshit. And I'll tell you a little secret about it after I play it. It's just a minute. It's just a minute. Hold on, here we go.
Didn't know about it at all. No, I read about it just like you did.
And do you believe that she is
It's not a very
credible voice?
uncommon thing.
Do you believe that she's credible to be listening to? Your deputy attorney general sat down with her recently.
Well, let me tell you, he's a very talented man. His name is Todd Blanche. He's a very legitimate person, very high, I just a very highly thought of person, respected by everybody. And I didn't talk to him about it, but I will tell you that whatever he asked would be totally appropriate, and it's not an uncommon thing to do that. And I think he probably wants to make sure that, people that should not be involved or aren't involved are not hurt by something that would be very, very unfortunate, very unfair to a lot of people. But I will say this, Todd Blanche is one of the most highly respected people you'll ever meet. So I know this. I didn't discuss it with him, but anything he talked about with her, or the fact that he did that, not unusual, number one, and most importantly is something that would be totally above board. Please.
Okay, so the secret about that video is that the Epstein clip that I pulled, where he gets up and walks out of the deposition, the Epstein thing that I pulled is actually from a section of his deposition where the whatever guy questioning him was asking him about his penis, because it was reported that his penis was egg-shaped. And this guy went into great graphic detail during that segment that you see Epstein reacting to. That's all to the description of the fact that his penis is very wide at the bottom. When fully erect, his penis was wide at the bottom and came up to a tip, a skinny tip. I think he used the word skinny. So that's what Jeffrey Epstein then gets upset about and gets up and walks out of the deposition. But that I almost wish I had just left the captions, a cone shaped, right? But they called it an egg, like you have a penis shaped like an egg. And so I gotta find that, because then the clip, actually, I should have left the captions on, because that would have been even funnier. But anyway, that's what he's reacting to. But it seemed to line up really well with the fact that this is why I listen to them. Okay. Now it's just my own kink. So I'm not saying that this is I'm not fucking Nancy Drew over here. Okay. But no, stewed eggplant was off the menu on this deposition. That might have come in a later deposition, but, wait, now I forgot what I was going to say. God damn it. Okay. Wait. All right. Let me fix this screen and then I'll remember what I was going to say. Can't remember 'cause I don't have a brain. Yeah. Yeah, my brain is gone. Hello. Anyway, it'll come back to me at 3 a.m. I'll call you guys. That's why I listen. Oh, why I listen. Thank you. God damn. Thank you so much. That was the whole point of the video. Thank you. That was important. Oh, man. When he said, people who should not or aren't involved, should not be involved or aren't involved, are not hurt by anything. That's it. That's the confession right there. That's the confession. Todd is after making sure his one reason that he gave for doing this with Ghislaine, and that Todd was trying to accomplish, was so that people that should not be involved or aren't involved don't get hurt. And when you line that up with the actual documented removal of Dump's name from any mention within the evidence files for Epstein, apparently, that was pretty well reported on. I'm sorry, if it walks like a duck, this is a duck. I mean, we're stuck with this duck right now, but it's a duck. Now, I wonder what's going to happen at JD's house tonight when they all go over for dinner. I do wonder about that. That's a very intriguing little development. It would be worthwhile to go to DC and work in a catering. What an interesting thing if you were able to work in one of the catering companies that does, like, all the big parties. I wonder what you could glean. Be interesting. I don't know. I'm too lazy. I'll never do it. Okay, but let's see. Wait, did I do that? That was not one. Wait, what? No. Wait. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, I see. All right. So this is the Musk thing. Okay. And then Russian acts of sabotage may lead to NATO invoking Article 5. I remember that too, November of 2024. Yikes. Yoicks. Let's see. January 2024. Musk quietly and rapidly began building a low-orbit direct-to-cell constellation in which 265 satellites operational just 2 weeks before the November 5th election. Wow, that's a lot of satellites. These low-orbit satellites effectively place the equivalent of a hacker's Stingray device in every voting precinct in America. You guys hear? I'm so sorry. Please do a video of that Todd Blanche clip. You mean a video of the which one? Oh, Shart. What? Which one? Sounds like they're planning a coup. Well, yeah, it's not going to be hard. I mean, whose Stingray device? I know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, we're going to go on and then we'll try and answer questions. Imagine me trying to answer questions. Okay, January 2024. Musk quietly. Okay, so a low orbit offensive. Okay. My guess is that there will be. Okay, this is Elon. This is just the beginning. Oh, wait.
This is just the beginning. My guess is that there will be as many Starlink direct-to-cell phone satellites as there are for our high bandwidth terminals. As a rough rule of thumb, however, bandwidth will be 1/10 as high for phones versus a dedicated Starlink antenna. Physics. That was October 30th, 2024.
And it says SpaceX only needs 5 more Starlink launches to complete the first commercial direct-to-cell constellation. Constellation. Oh, thank you, Teresa. I'm going to go to that. I'm going to go to your DMs next. According to SpaceX. Okay, wait. Wow. I did not hear this. I don't know if I was really paying attention to Elon. I think I had him blocked for a really long time. Wow. As many as there are for our bandwidth terminals. Okay. Okay, dude. Elon Musk wants to operate thousands of cellular Starlink satellites. Musk has big ambitions for the cellular Starlink system, which currently has about 300 satellites. October 31st. Now factor in Barside's, I don't know if I'm saying that right, 2020 transfer of his election security company Triplight to far-right predatory billionaire Leonard Leo. I'd never heard of that either. Nearly all election machines in this country are certified to be used specifically with the Triplight products. Wait, what? Leonard Leo owned the what? What? I love you, ProPublica. How a secretive billionaire handed his fortune to the architect of the right-wing takeover of the courts. In the largest known political advocacy donation in U.S. history, industrialist Barside funded a new group by the Federalist Society co-chair Leonard Leo, who guided Trump's Supreme Court picks and helped end federal abortion rights. An unusual $1.6 billion donation bolsters conservatives. A low-profile Republican financier donated his company to a new group run by the influential operative Leonard fucking Leo. Products such as surge protectors for all ESNS, DS450 and DS850 tabulators and uninterrupted power supply units for all Dominion servers. After a year of owning the company, Leo sold Triplight to a company by the name of Eaton Corp in 2021. We all know the brand Triplight with its product. This is how Triplight ended up in the global news. We all know the brand Triplight with its product line of power strips, UPS, and other IT peripherals. If you don't know the brand made popular at PC retail chains and residential installers, you may know Triplight as a leading supplier of power quality products and connectivity solutions, including single-phase, uninterruptible power supply systems, rack power distribution units, surge protectors, and enclosures for data center, industrial, medical, and communications markets. Never heard of them. I've never heard of them. Who's Leonard Leo? Oh, yeah. He's a big dick. New conservative group got $1.6 billion. We're so fucked. We're so fucked. I never heard Rachel Maddow talk about this. What has Eaton Corp been up to? Eaton Corp sounds familiar for some reason. I'm not sure why. 1 week after Musk created his America PAC for Trump, oh yeah, Eaton Corp announced a partnership with Palantir, company owned by another far-right predatory billionaire, Peter fucking Thiel, Elon Musk's co-founder of PayPal. PayPal Mafia. Eaton deepens partnership with Palantir to enhance AI use in operations. Oh, duh. Of course it did. Palantir AIP Now marketplace applications will create more value faster for Eaton's global operations. The partnership builds on Eaton and Palantir's previous success working together to develop a solution to prevent material shortages. That's not easy to say. For Eaton's supply chain team. That's right. That's right. Dublin and Denver. May of 2024, intelligent power management company Eaton and Palantir Technologies, a leading builder of AI systems for the modern enterprise, not modem. Sorry. Modern enterprise. Announced today, I just have to read this in some kind of weird voice. Announced today the expansion of their partnership to bring Palantir's artificial intelligence platform to Eaton's operations. The enhanced collaboration will offer a unique data management solution to accelerate and modernize enterprise resource planning deployments with AI-powered data mapping, cleansing, and migration automation. Palantir will support Eaton AI's innovation process by providing a systematic way to turn ideas into reality. A set of AIP Now, not Air, stupid. AIP Now marketplace applications will speed up value creation across Eaton's global operations.
While many talk about the promises of generative AI, Eaton and Palantir are building something real. In the head of our operations said Rosa Sharma, Eaton's chief data officer. We view these AI-enabled applications as strategic differentiators and will greatly accelerate my boo-boo.
How Peter Thiel's Palantir helped the NSA spy on the world. I got the surveillance blues. Peter Thiel wants to know what I use in the shower. Documents provided by the NSA whistleblower Edward Snowden reveal Palantir's role in creating the U.S. government's international spy machine. This is from 2017. Oh, The Intercept. I'll have to. I wonder if that's still around somewhere. The Eaton Palantir partnership focused on a secure erasure of digital footprints on Eaton devices and on AI management of large data sets. Wait, what? This is very compelling. I don't know what the forensics are on something like this, though. That would be interesting. My buddy who had to work with them in Ohio, he said it was really confusing. He didn't know if he was dating a girl from Eaton or eating a girl. Oh my God. Jim, how'd you trick me into that? Damn it. Data sets such as large quantities of ballot images. So let me read that again. The Eaton Palantir partnership focused on secure erasure of digital footprints on Eaton devices and on AI management of large data sets. I wonder, is that must be documented somewhere that that's what the scope of work was, right? I imagine. Also of note, Peter Thiel is ownership in Polymarket. That's right. Oh God, I forgot about that. Another company with ties to the outcome of the U.S. election. Polymarket had eerily accurate predictions of a Trump victory and was raided shortly after the November 5th election. Yeah, whatever came of that raid? Remember, we tried to follow up on that, but I never found much on it. Peter Thiel invests in Polymarket political betting platform, but the future of gambling on elections remains unclear. Does it? It's not clear to you, Zach, at Forbes. Controversial billionaire, political donor Peter Thiel, and Ethereum founder Vitalik Buterin raised about $70 million in funding for Polymarket, one of the major cryptocurrency startups offering event contracts for users to bet on things like political elections, oh, whatever, or, whether or not the price of eggs is going to go up, despite the threat of impending federal regulation for election gambling. Oh, but you know what? We never did it. FBI raids Polymarket CEO's home, seizing phone and electronics, and then it all falls into a big black hole. In September 2024, I almost did it. Eaton Corp announced another partnership, this time with Trump's single largest campaign contributor, Elon Musk, via Tesla, further dirtying the election waters and providing a convenient cover for their correspondence and monetary connections. Oh, interesting. These guys are so smart. Eaton launches collaboration with Tesla at RE Plus 24, streamlining new and retrofit home energy storage deployments. Eaton Able Edge smart breakers add intelligent load management to extend backup duration during grid outages and optimize energy use. Collaboration and interoperability make it easier and faster for customers to integrate residential solar energy storage systems. Intelligent power management company Eaton announces a planned collaboration with Tesla designed to boost the functionality and adoption of home energy storage and solar installations in North America. Targeting early 2025, Tesla's Powerwall would support Eaton's new Able Edge smart breakers and make it easier and faster for installers and homeowners to achieve intelligent load management functionality that helps optimize energy use and extend backup duration during a grid outage. This would align with Eaton's home as a grid strategy by creating flexible power systems that manage energy consumption in an integrated way and transforms what is possible for the home as an energy source. Oh my God, I'm going to live in a tent out in the woods. The Eaton and Tesla solutions will be on display during RE Plus 24 at Eaton booth. Sorry, which begs the question. Why is a private, supposedly neutral election voting system company sourcing core components from far right individuals with direct connections to dump? Understanding of product design and access to production facilities kicks the doors wide open for widespread potential to insert maliciously engineered products into the election systems. As Musk was building out the low orbit DTC constellation, which is digital to cellular, or wait, something direct to cellular, constellation of, satellites, known as a clusterfuck. He was also hosting weekly billionaire brain trust meetings and overseeing the ground level infrastructure needed to pull off a mass scale election exploit. A supercomputing cluster takes roughly 18 to 24 months to build, only took Musk 19 days. Why? Elon Musk is building the world's largest supercomputer in Memphis, and some locals are very concerned. Is that Architectural Digest? Oh. Configuring 100,000 NVIDIA H2 GPUs usually takes years, but Musk did it in 19 days. I just want to see what this is. NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang, who actually needs to fucking get a stylist. Okay, if you're one of the richest CEOs, stop wearing your I'm having a midlife crisis leather jacket. Okay? Don't be such a douche. Because that's all you look like, Jensen, is a fucking douche. I swear to God, this man only wears a fucking leather jacket and black pants as if he's going to go out and get on his motorcycle and ride off into the sunset. Which he probably does, actually, now that I think of it. Okay, NVIDIA Jensen Huang had praise to offer for Elon and his team at XAI, calling them superhuman. Okay. In an interview with YouTube channel BG2 Pod, Huang remarked that Elon's specific combination of engineering smarts and project management is singular. You know, like the singularity. Oh, yeah. And credited both the ex-owner and NVIDIA's own infrastructure expertise with the incredible achievement of setting up the world's fastest AI training supercomputing cluster in just 19 days. Well, you know what? If it's too good to be true, it ain't true. Elon Musk and anti-Biden brain trust bonded at exclusive Hollywood Hills dinner. Elon Musk and David Sachs of shit hosted an elite dinner for billionaires that got political, Puck reported. Oh, remember Puck? Musk has been flexing his political influence, but has yet to endorse a presidential candidate. That's so funny, Catherine. April 30th, 2024. That's funny. You're funny. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, Jupiter I know you. I love you. I think that's oh, oops. Let's see if there was anything. Oh, here we go. Sorry. Blue sky. Fix your stacking there, babes. With the pieces in place, the remaining question is motive. Over 15 trillion in minerals in Ukraine needed to manufacture electric vehicles. February 24th, 2022, Putin invades Ukraine. April 14th, 2022, Musk launches bid for Twitter, offering 20 billion over market value. Ukraine is rich in critical minerals for energy transition, lithium 500,000 tons, nickel, cobalt, and non-ferrous metals essential for batteries and renewable tech. Ukraine holds the largest titanium reserves in Europe, accounting for 7% of the world's reserves. Ukraine's critical minerals, a strategic asset for global supply chains. Ukraine is home to, I already read that, right? Vast array of critical minerals with an estimated value in excess of 26 trillion US dollars. So, isn't it interesting? And I don't think we've ever seen details of this, but if you recall, and I'm sure you do, Dump came away from one of his early Ukraine meetings with a mineral agreement between us and Ukraine, which is interesting now because we really haven't provided any support. Didn't we cut off and pause support? And now we're selling weapons to the Europeans who will then give them to Ukraine. So, we're not helping Ukraine, although they're acting like we are. But as part of the one of the early conversations between Dump and Zelensky, the minerals deal came out of it, and we get 50% of the profits of the. I don't know if it was a 50% of the yield, or if there was more of a profit sharing. I don't remember exactly, but that's my point too, is that I don't recall if we've ever really seen which I doubt. I guess I doubt we will. I don't know why. I feel like that's something we should be able to see, which is the details of a trade deal. So I'm kind of confused as to why we wouldn't be able to know at least the top line details of that. Saw yesterday Netherlands first to buy Patriot to transfer to Ukraine. Yep, I saw that too, Tom. October 27th, 2022, the purchase of Twitter closes with help from Russian oligarchs. November 19, 2022, Musk reinstates Trump's Twitter account. 2023, Musk converts Twitter to a pro-Trump Russian propaganda platform with Nazis included. 2023 to 2024, reports of Russian access to Starlink surface. Oh. Huh. September 2023, Musk admits to blocking Ukraine from access to Starlink to take out Sevastopol. Wow. The fuck? Russian forces getting more access to Starlink satellite internet, threatening Ukraine's military communications. I remember that. Elon Musk blocking Starlink to stop Ukraine from attack. Troubling for DOD. Troubling. Oh my God. Milk toast. August 4th, 2024, Musk launches PAC website to harvest voter information only in swing states. October 7, 2024, video emerges of Musk stating he's going to prison if Trump loses. Really? What?
I'm fucked. I'm, you're fucked, dude. I'm fucked. If he loses, I'm fucked.
It does seem that way. You can't just be like, yo,
Yeah, I'm like, how long do you think my prison sentence is going to be? Do you think, will I see my children? I don't know.
because it's not like you can say, well, yeah, I maxed out.
Wow. I've never seen that. I don't watch much Tucker, I must admit. So, oh yeah. What's fake? What's fake? Wait, what's fake? That video? Was that video faked? God, sorry. Let me just turn the sound down. October 25th, 2024, Murdoch's Wall Street Journal drops a bombshell on Musk's 2+ years of private contact with Putin. Interestingly, they just had a private supper the week before. Oh, the video's real, yeah. Interestingly, okay, so why would Murdoch risk the October surprise considering he is in the billionaire brain trust unless he knows the fix was in? Elon Musk's secret conversations with Vladimir Putin was reported in the Wall Street Journal in, when was that? October of 2024. What happened in Elon Musk's shady meeting with Rupert Murdoch just days before the election? So right around the time of that, Larry Loomer. Oh yeah, that's right. She is going after Tucker Carlson. I saw that. I don't really pay attention to Loomer. She doesn't help. She's like the one of the end of the message chain that I'm not really that interested in. Like Benny Johnson, I tend not to listen to him either, or Tim Pool or any of those idiots. Just days before the election, Elon Musk had a private meeting with Rupert Murdoch and other Republican billionaires. Trump's pre-election campaign confession on November 4th in Pennsylvania. Hey, wait a minute. He looked at... What the fuck? Stop it. Fuck you, Blue Sky. He looked at some that were just shipped in, some of those vote counting computers. He knew it before it even came in the door. He looked like at the back of it. Oh, I know that one. I mean, I know that's how. I mean, he knows this stuff better than any. And he actually said, and this is for the good of everybody. It's for the good of mankind, essentially. November 5th, Trump wins all swing states. The blue wall falls. Not one single district flips blue. And Musk tells friends Trump won 4 hours prior to results. Tesla, Ukraine, incoming. 350 low-orbit direct-to-cell satellites are now in place across the globe. Which country is Musk taking next? Meet Ethan Chautran, a Moscow musketeer and contributor to Ballot Proof, a ballot correction platform that he and 3 other texters helped to build. ES is also part of the team that has taken control of the Office of Personnel Management. Oh, poops. And gained access to the Treasury Department's payment system. Oopsie. There's Ethan. He looks like a bebe. Is a Harvard student and co-founder of Energize AI. He's the author of several AI books. A patient lover. No, patent inventor, and was published in something. Oh, this is interesting. Here's Luke Ferreter. Ethan Chautran to Luke Ferreter. Who are the 6 software engineers assisting Musk? Oh, it's all the same people. What is that? What's that Eagles song? They knew all the right people. They took all the right pills. They threw outrageous parties. They paid heavenly bills. She said, faster, faster. I think I'm gonna crash. Doctors say he's coming, but you gotta pay in cash. Okay, ballot-proof voting made faster, smarter, and more secure. Look at, we wrote this. With an emphasis on social distancing and remote engagement as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, mail-in voting surged from 24.9% to 50.3% of ballots in the 2016 and 2020 primaries, respectively. This surge will also trigger an unfortunate increase in the ballots rejected due to the avoidable human error. Humans, which we've already started to see the effects, with 500,000 ballots rejected in the 2020 primaries. As first-time voters, this issue is extremely critical to us as our generation seeks democratic representation. Well, you bought it. In an effort to reduce rejection rates, we introduced ballot proof, a methodology built for faster, smarter, and more secure validation of ballots. Life in the fast lane. Yes, thank you. You catch what some of, yeah, it's definitely good. I just have my hands full of the chuds that the people that I monitor. And I consider chuds to be far more than just the baseline chuds. It's other people too. Other podcasters. I want to see, I like to hear how they interpret the information that comes down from like the Bannons and the Bloomers in some ways and stuff. Or through them. Ballot proof is built from the ground up with ease of use and security in mind. As a result, the platform was developed with a server independent structure and all image analysis done on the client side to avoid any risk of data leakage. Ballot proof takes in input images of the front and the back sides of your ballots and uses those images to flip the votes. No, it doesn't say that. The young, inexperienced engineers aiding Musk's government takeover. February 2025 reporting from Wired, who's done some really good reporting on Doggy. The engineers are Akash Baba, Edward Korestein, big balls, Luke Ferreter, Gaudier Cole Killian, Galvin Kilgliger, and Ethan Chautran. None have responded to requests for comment. Wired representatives from OPM, GSA, and Doggy did not respond. The 6 men are one part of a broader project of Musk allies assuming key government positions already. See, this is why Musk doesn't need to be there anymore, okay, folks? Hello. Including more senior staff from XAI, Tesla, and the Boring Company, have taken control of the Office of Personnel Management and General Services Administration and have gained access to the Treasury Department. This is also traumatic. It's like triggering. Potentially allowing him access to a vast range of sensitive information about tens of millions of citizens, businesses, and more. On Sunday, wherever it was, in February, CNN reported that Doggy personnel attempted to improperly access classified information in security systems at the, at the former USAID AID, and that top USAID security officials who thwarted the attempt were subsequently put on leave. And that's how that started. Boy, this is much sadder than I thought it was going to be. I'm going to be honest with you. I knew it was going to be bad. I didn't think it was going to be this bad. I didn't. I feel silly that we didn't really. I mean, we did. I feel like we all did the best we could, of trying to educate ourselves but I don't know. And here we have the source code for the ballot correction platform that ES helped to build, linking him to the project with attached screenshots. It says, here, look at my GitHub. What does it say? Okay, random, error rate. I don't know what. I don't know. Nothing is jumping out. I mean, generated ballot 1 equals ballot 1. I kind of get it. I mean, I do have a GitHub account. I will tell you that, but I don't really know what I'm looking for. Let's see. What is this? Generated ballot. October Prathams. That's interesting. So what is this? What am I looking at? Sir. What is this? I mean, it's a ballot. Okay. I'm sure he's going to explain in the next one. Or she. Or they. For months, we've reported on the vote flipping algorithm in the swing states in Texas. We have constitutional avenues to remove this illegitimate administration, acknowledge the stolen election, and inform the American people, invoke the 14th Amendment, Section 3, and remove them from office. Manipulation 2024, Ohio drop-off. In 2024, we see concerns of vote manipulation when graphing the drop-off vote rate by county. The consistent voting results across an entire state is concerning, given that a human voting pattern looks more like 2016 results for Ohio. This would be evidence of vote manipulation. Is it evidence? I mean, I just don't know. Removing votes for candidate Harris and giving them... I mean, this is all... Oh, my God, you're right. They really did. It is very suspicious. No, Grace Lee said this is the best presentation of information, actual, data around that issue. So I really appreciate this. This is very interesting. I'd want to know more about this. I'll look that up because I'm curious. So this is 2024. This is 2016 in Wisconsin. It is interesting. I don't know. Are we really going to act like it wasn't weird? Yeah. Yeah. New video from the Common Coalition has reported on the manipulated data for months. It's time to do something. Help us amplify the truth. Well, let's see what they said. Trump's following is still too big, but it's not as big as we're being told. Oh, actually, let me hold on. I'll move on here.
My instruction: we don't need the votes. I have so many votes.
Oh my God! Sorry, I did that. Oh, it does not want me to do that. Okay, I understand. Uh-oh. Fucked me over here. Hold on just a minute. I gotta go down to it. I'll go down to it. No, I have to go to YouTube.
My instruction: we don't need the votes. I have so many votes.
We don't need votes. I tell my people, I don't need any votes. We got all the votes we need. I don't need votes. We don't need votes. We got more votes than anybody's ever had. You don't have to vote. Don't worry about voting. The voting, we got plenty of votes.
Telling voters, do not bother to vote for me. It doesn't matter if you do. I don't need your votes. That is a thing that should prick up your ears.
Good evening, America! Good evening, everyone. Good evening, and thank you for taking the time out of your busy lives.
Isn't it strange that only registered Democrats didn't receive requested mail-in ballots in red states? Only Harris supporters' mail-in ballot signatures didn't match and were rejected in swing states. Days before the election, more than 1 million registered Democrats were purged from the Texas voter rolls. Russian operatives only called in dozens of bomb threats to left-leaning voting locations. Drop boxes only burned in blue and minority districts. That Democrats had record turnout and record voter registration, and 20 million less Democrats voted than they did during the 2020 pandemic. That it only took 4 hours to determine Trump won. That after Trump's 63 court cases, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Thank you.
So freaking weird.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. So listen.
And I think with our little secret, we're going to do really well with the House, right? Our little secret is having a big impact. He and I have a secret. We'll tell you what it is when the race is over.
What's the secret, Donald? What's the secret, Mike? Is the secret somehow wound up in these numbers I'm seeing that don't make sense?
I think my ballot was part of the burning ballot boxes that were on fire.
I knew something fishy was going on with this election. And everybody was saying the numbers didn't add up. And they not adding up.
Please go check your ballot status. I just checked mine and my vote did not count.
I do not go into conspiracy theories or any of that kind of stuff. However, I decided, just out of curiosity, should I go check to see if my ballot is registered or anything? I went on there, checked it. It doesn't have any record of my vote.
Last time, he lost the popular vote essentially by almost 8 million. And this time he won the popular by almost 5 million.
We want to get Starlink hooked up because they have no communication whatsoever. And Elon will always come through.
If he loses, man, what?
If he loses, I'm
It does seem that way.
How long do you think my prison sentence is going to be? Do you think?
Are we going to get audits? Are we going to get recounts? Recounts aren't feasible because of our election laws, but we can have audits. We can have audits in the swing states. Our democracy requires that our voices are heard. That's built into the Constitution. That's the whole point. And if our voices and our votes are not being counted, we should be upset. We should be looking into this. This is a big deal.
Trump didn't actually win the election in 2016. He lost the election, and he was put into office because the Russians interfered.
If you live in any of the swing states, I need you guys reaching out to your local and state election officials and say, hey, let's do an audit. Let's verify.
Some might think it is alarmist to be talking this way, but I think we should be preparing to defend against the worst case scenario, that foreign actors will target these outmoded machines and manipulate vote tallies. Given Russia's unprecedented effort to undermine confidence in our election system while attempting to interfere with the outcome of a presidential election, there is no question that the Kremlin is emboldened, along with other state and non-state actors, to try again.
Okay, thank you for that. I know, I always heard that 20 million less. Again, it would be helpful, I mean, just for my own edification, not because, whatever, this is just the way I think. Just to see kind of like the hard data behind it. And again, that's just my own, like an old executive director hat where I'm like, I've got to know the data. So I'm curious about that. Let me go to Teresa's DMs. Teresa coming in hot with the DM. Oh, the baby. Oh, the baby. All right, what do we got here? What do we got? Top Trump officials. This is the okay. Oh, love it. I love it. Thank you, Teresa. You're amazing. You're amazing. They're citing early numbers most likely. 20 million less. That's not accurate. She got roughly 6 million less votes, and Trump only had 2.5 million more votes. I agree that there was super fishy stuff, but we could use. Yeah, it's just my data thing. It's my data hat. My data hat is I need to see the numbers so that I'm comfortable with like explaining it. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way I learn. It's literally my learning style. It's not anything else. And it takes me a while, and that's why I'm here. Okay. Let me read. This is what Teresa dropped. Like it's hot. It's hot. Updated an hour and 11 minutes ago. From CNN, top Trump officials will discuss Epstein's strategy at Wednesday dinner hosted by Vance. Oh, that looks really pretty. I mean, they're shitty, but that looks like a really nice house. Trump dump administration officials will gather at the vice president's residence on Wednesday evening as they continue to weigh whether to publish an audio recording and transcript of Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche's recent conversation with Jeffrey Epstein accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell. Wait, what? The administration's handling of the Epstein case, as well as the need to craft a unified response, is expected to be a main focus of the dinner. Three sources familiar with the meeting told CNN the meeting will include White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles, Russian asshat, Vice President J.D. Vance, hide your couch, Pamela Joe, and FBI Director Crash Patel and Todd Blanche. former Trump lawyer, now assistant attorney general or whatever, deputy director of, I don't know what he is. He's the second in command at the DOJ. The Queen's favorite home, Balmoral. Oh, is that Balmoral? Oh, that makes me sad. But yeah, Scotland's beautiful. Is that Scotland? That's Scotland, right? Okay. With the exception of Vance, the White House considers those officials the leaders of the administration's ongoing strategy regarding the Epstein files, two of the sources said. Exactly, I'm the same way. I compared 2020 to 2024 numbers very heavily, state by state, revising daily for well over a month, mainly because I knew the final count would be closer than early reports. That's yeah, see, we're in sync. You can be Justin. I'll be Howie. What's the Kevin? I always like Kevin. He was my favorite NSYNC. Lisa, the prefacing with all the conspiracy theories was part of the plan. That's so interesting because you're right, and they do this with so many issues where they plant kind of like the reaction, but it's based on nothing, and then when we react to something that is something, then it lessens the validity of our reaction. I think that's really boy, those Nazis are kind of clever. Yeah, just saying they need a strategy is all. I mean, and why? Okay, but here's the other thing. Why is it leaked? Why was this meeting leaked? That's my first question. Why? What is the benefit to leaking this story with these individuals? Right? What's the purpose? That's the kind of stuff that interests me. Like, what would be the purpose? What would be the motivation behind it? The meeting comes as Dump's administration is considering releasing the contents of Blanche's interview last month with Maxwell. Two officials told CNN that the materials could be made public as early as this week. This stinks to high fucking heaven. How is it not like a showstopper that they had agents looking through the files for Dump's name? How is that not the show-stopping story of this year? I mean, among many. For domestic politics, I should say. Right? The fuck? The meeting comes as Dump's. Oh yeah, blah 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 blah. There have also been internal discussions about Blanche holding a press conference or doing a high-profile interview, possibly with popular podcaster Joe Rogan. So this is for the base. According to 3 people familiar with the discussion, though those conversations are preliminary. Rogan, who endorsed Trump on the eve of last fall's election, has been highly critical of the Trump administration's handling of the Epstein case and previously called their refusal to release more information about Epstein a line in the sand. The Department of Justice did not respond to a request for comment. The FBI declined to comment. Patel and Bondi have previously clashed over the administration's Epstein strategy. Meanwhile, CNN previously reported that the Justice Department has been digitizing, transcribing, and redacting the interview materials as they weigh if and when to publicly release the information from the Maxwell interview. There is over 10 hours of audio, a senior Dump administration official said. Which one? Portions of the transcript that could reveal sensitive details like victim names would also have to be redacted. Yeah, sure. One official told CNN that some of the conversation within the White House has focused on whether making the details from the interview public would bring the Epstein controversy back to the surface. Oh, baby. Many officials close to Trump believe the story has largely died down. That's when you get high on your own supply. That's what happened. That's what that is. Trump on Tuesday defended Blanche's recent sit-down with Maxwell, arguing that Blanche wanted to ensure that people who aren't involved are not hurt or should not be involved. Okay, CNN. I think that was actually the operative phrase. Should not be involved. Not the aren't involved. That was an afterthought. His original thought was people that should not be involved. This is very, very, he chooses his words fairly carefully, actually, in some situations where he wants to tell the truth, but he wants to spin it in a way that just kind of keeps him out of. He's very good at that. He's very good at that. By something very unfair. The leak is to put Trump on edge. He's not in charge. Oh, Val, that's so fucking. Val. 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 Yeah, let's hear it for Val. That's it. The leak is to put him on edge. And it's interesting that it's at JD's home. That's also feels very strategic. Yeah. The enemy is at once too clever and too demented. Well, not clever, but he's just careful. I mean, there's time he's kind of careful. Oh, purpose of meeting is the 25th, but Val, they're never going to get the cabinet to go along with that. The cabinet is idiocracy. They need Trump. No one is going to let Mehmet Oz stay in any position of power without Dump to protect him. I believe. I could be wrong. Or it could be that they tell the cabinet. Yeah, that's true. They could get the cabinet because, again, as I was saying earlier, I think this cabinet would do anything that the donor class wanted. I really do, because they just want to be famous. Yeah, they just want to be in a position of power. Bobby Kennedy wants to get laid by telling people he's the Secretary of Health and Human Services, bribe or blackmail. Yeah, I mean, and the thing about it is there's a lot of them, right? There's a lot of cabinet officials. It's kind of an unwieldy group in my mind. I could be wrong. I don't know. And to me, Bobby Kennedy is a loose fucking cannon. Operation Bane Pop. Oop, boop. Make aneurysms great again. That's what MAGA really stands for. On Wednesday morning, the family of Epstein victim Virginia Giuffre issued a statement asking why no survivors had been invited to the meeting at Vance's home. They offered to attend in Jeffrey's stead as she died by suicide earlier this year. Missing from this group is, of course, any survivor of the vicious crimes of convicted perjurer and sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein. Their voices must be heard above all, wrote Giuffre's two brothers and sisters-in-law, Sky and Amanda Roberts, and Danny and Lynette Wilson. Amid the clamor for more disclosures about the case, the House Oversight Committee on Tuesday issued nearly a dozen subpoenas to the Justice Department and high-profile Democratic and GOP figures for files and information related to Epstein, a significant show of defiance against Republican leaders. Two of the administration officials said that if they were to release the audio and transcript, it would likely be done sooner rather than later. They really want to put this to bed. One said the release could be several weeks from now, depending on what the most senior level officials within the West Wing and Justice Department decide. It was not immediately clear whether the White House and DOJ were aligned on the issue. Well, they will be. This is nothing more than CNN trying desperately to create news out of old news. Dump already addressed this issue in an interview with Newsmax, of all people, a real news outlet that routinely gets better ratings than CNN. Oh, Stephen fucking Chung. He's such a dipshit. White House Communications Director and dipshit Stephen Chung told CNN when asked about the possibility of releasing the transcript. A lawyer for Maxwell has declined to comment. God, it's just the worst people. It's just the worst people. Remember all the conspiracies about Internet of Things and smart appliances? Where there you go, more prefacing. Yeah, it's true. Wow. Crazy. It's crazy for thinking that they aren't Nazis. Lemex could turn on them, but I doubt he will given the opportunity. I don't think he can. Would the cabinet do what JD asks? I actually think they would because, well, I think they'd have to be convinced. But I think that if anyone can figure out a way around the cabinet, it's JD Vance. Yup. Yup. Blanche interviewed Maxwell at the U.S. Attorney's Office in Tallahassee, Florida last month. Over a period of 2 days, Maxwell was sentenced in 2022 to 20 years in federal prison for carrying out a years-long scheme with Epstein to groom and sexually abuse children, underage girls, children. She has continued to appeal her conviction, including with the Supreme Court. Last week, Maxwell was moved from a Florida federal prison to a lower security federal prison camp in Texas with Jen Shaw from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Hello. A relatively uncommon move, as those convicted of sex offenses are almost always deemed too high of a risk to public safety. As Trump faced mounting pressure from his base for transparency, the White House has repeatedly said the DOJ should release all credible evidence in the Epstein files. Asked about Blanche's meeting with Maxwell last week, Trump said again said he'd like to see everything in the files released. Yeah, sure. Wait.
We'd like to release everything, but we don't want to get people hurt that shouldn't be hurt. And I would assume that was why he was there. Trump told Newsmax on Friday. The president said he hadn't spoken to Blanche about his meetings with Maxwell, and he didn't know when that information would be made public. I don't know. I haven't spoken about it, but he's a very talented guy, Todd Blanche. I mean, he got me off a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? And a very straight shooter, and I think he probably wanted to know, just get a feeling of it, Trump said.
CNN previously reported that a senior Trump administration official stated that the president is not currently considering clemency for Maxwell. But a pardon? Yeah. Though he has repeatedly left the door open on the matter in recent weeks, saying he's allowed to do it. And then he made this face, and we didn't know what to make of it. Blanche got him convicted 34 times, but he didn't do any time for it. Oh, potato leek soup. Oh, sitting by a river. Val, stop it. Food taster. I know. He should have a food taster. Oops, I did it again. I played with your heart. Got lost in the game. Oh, baby, baby. I'm gonna hold on the India news until Friday, Teresa. I think I'm gonna go ahead and let you go for this morning. I cannot believe how beautifully sourced this show was by The Lounge. So today's Wake and Bake has been brought to you by The Lounge. Between Grace, Lisa, Teresa, and others, this day was full. Orange or couch fucker. Orange guy or couch fucker. Who do you want on your team? Wee-haw. Yee-haw. And it was a good documentary last night on Bob Ross. We had a good documentary. That was fun. Thank you. It was very good. Thank you, Jay Rance. Thank you guys for spending time. Clark, I love you. I love you. I love you. Obama had a food taster. Oh my God. That increased tariff on India negates a plan we just finalized this morning. Back to the drawing board. Holy shit, Lee. Man, my heart is with you. I'm telling you. Thank you, Carrie. Thanks for being here. I know you're coming from across the pond. We love you very much for that and everything that you do for the lounge. Lee posting a shipping video to court. Yeah. And go on the Discord. The Discord is hopping like pretty much all day. It's so fucking amazing. I don't know. I just it just goes on its own. I love how just organic it is. And it'll be Bob Ross was spicy and he was a sexy beast. Much love to you, Teresa. Much, much love to you, sister. So tomorrow morning I'll be live. Of course, usual time, usual place. Maybe I'll prepare better for tomorrow's show. I'm sorry I didn't really prepare as best I could for this show. I'm gonna be honest. But thankfully, the lounge once again came to my rescue. The first part, yeah. Then who knows? I know. Then we have to pick a movie for Friday. Okay, we have to pick the movie. I'll consult with Max on her midnight selection. But last week, if you recall, we watched The Terminator, which was another documentary. Hello. And then we watched the Stepford Wives from 1975, and that too was a fucking documentary. Okay, so fuck all that. No, it was great. I love those movies. Might watch Terminator 2 this Friday. I don't know. Oh yeah, I know. I love Wordle and in Discord chat. I so fucking love that. I love that. American Made. Oh, what's that? Oh, is that another Terminator 2 documentary sequel? I don't know. I mean, I'm open to suggestion. So we'll talk about that on Discord. So if you want to be part of the conversation and help select the movie for Friday night. Yeah. Great baking session. Hell yeah. I know, Val, it's such a great place, and everybody who's here is there for the most part, and it's so beautiful, and everybody shares information all day long and just pops in, and it's very casual and very, hopefully not weird. Really like it. Oh no, Paul J. Reports of an active shooter at Fort Stewart Army Base in Georgia, military base on lockdown. Oh, heart. There's baking. We didn't bake baked goods today, Badger, but the other kind of baking. The other kind of baking. I'm baking my brain. Meowing Star has a good idea. I know. I'm going to check on that Fort Stewart Army base. Hold on. Let me. I don't know when we're going to stop shooting at each other. I really don't. I don't get it. I don't get why life isn't hard enough. I understand. Oops. Life is really hard. I just wish that we could get through it and people weren't in such pain that they had to take other people's lives. That's what I wish. Okay, let's look at this. Thank you for smoking. Oh my God, that's cute. Link her. Oh, the Discord link. Hell yeah. Let me get it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Discordio. Where is it? Where are you, Discordio? Discord, hello. Hello. Here is the Discord link. Yeah. Here is the Discord link. Yeah. Sorry, I'm in a voice mood today. Sometimes the voices come out, and I really do apologize. Sorry. Remember that Jilly? That was such a funny character. I love Kristen Wiig is like one of my favorite comedians of all time. I think she's like one of the best comedians of our century, frankly. Okay, here is the Discord link. You click it, it'll take you to the chat, the text chat, and then there's another room there. There's two, but there's another room there that's like the voice channel. It says Lolo's Lounge. That's where we watch movies. But you start with the text, and then you can see what everybody shares, and you can play Wordle in front of everybody. It's embarrassing. No, it's not. Actually, it's a lot of fun. We're having a lot of fun with it. Imagine all the people living life as one who you might say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will be as one. Beautiful song. Beautiful artists. Yeah, come and join us. Just hang out. You just check in once in a while. It's no pressure. It's a drop-in kind of thing. But I love the Discord. I think it's just great. I think it's just fun, and it's there. And if you feel like, reaching out to someone, or if you feel like sharing a story, you can do it in the Discordio. And we watch movies. Oh, you know what? I want to watch The Apprentice. Remember, we were going to watch The Apprentice, but not on a movie night because we didn't want to ruin a movie night with The Apprentice. Remember that? Oh my God. I love actually when I totally don't get it. Can I tell you, Carrie, there's something really exciting about failing at Wordle and having that be completely public. I mean, my answers aren't public, so it's not totally public. But I love that part. I love it when I don't get the word. Isn't that terrible? I just think it's great. I'm almost going for the stack. I'm a sadist. Yeah, exactly. I know. I'm gonna have to unpack that. With my when I do get therapy. I'm gonna have to unpack that. I'd watch the shit. Okay, Max, we got to do The Apprentice. Why don't we do that? What is today? Wednesday. You want to do that this afternoon? I think I definitely have time. Okay, are you guys up for it like this afternoon if I threw it on a little earlier than 6? I don't have to do it later. I mean, I could do it later, but I can do it also like at 4, so it's 7 o'clock. You don't need I use the app on my desktop, and that to me is the best viewing for like movies and stuff. You do need the app on a mobile device. I think they don't have a desktop version. 4 sounds good. Okay, 4 Pacific, we're doing The Apprentice, which is that movie about Donald Dump, because we don't want to ruin a movie night with Donald Dump. But we still want to see it. So I'll put out the links and everything for that. So don't worry about that. I'll do it in the next couple hours, if not sooner, and then we can you can hop in if you want. But the links will be in my socials and on my Blue Sky. So you should be able to find it. Yeah, Max, does that work for you? That's 7 o'clock for you, Max. Apple just said the 100 billion in what? A USA factory? They said 500 billion or 500 million already. They did that earlier this year. See, that's another thing, Tom. I really need to see the data behind these stupid corporate announcements. I usually go to the corporate press release to see what the hell they're talking about, because there's all kinds of bullshit. Yeah, $5,000 iPhones. You might be able to watch that. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's midnight for you though, right, Carrie? Isn't that midnight? Oh, man. Ugh. That's so late. You want me to do it a little earlier, Carrie? I might be able to do it early. I mean, I can do it earlier. I don't know about other people, but figure it out. Yes, but I'm still a night bird. Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll do 4 o'clock for this one. But you know what else would be helpful, you guys? I know this is putting pressure on you, but I don't want to do that, but I will. If you have times you can do earlier, what if we did it at like 2 p.m., which is 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern, 10 o'clock for Carrie. I like that. 2 o'clock. 2. Count them 2. Yeah. Okay, good. Let's do it at 2 o'clock Pacific, 5 o'clock Eastern. I don't know. Max might have stepped away. But hopefully I feel like that she might have, unless she's got an appointment. But maybe 5 Eastern's okay. That's probably okay. Because well, no, I guess I don't. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Because you know what? If Max wanted to see it another time, I'd fucking play it for her. You know what? That's what I'm saying. I can do that. I have a doctor's appointment that won't let me do earlier than 2. Okay, good. Meowing Star. That's good. We won't change it. We will not change it. But it is actually very helpful for me to know days and times that work for movies and stuff like that, like, our little shows. Because if you guys have certain times, I'm happy to do some stuff. So yeah. Yes, of course. All right, great. Awesome. I'll see you on the Discord then at 2 p.m. Pacific. I know I like to do stuff in the middle of the day too. And then we'll watch The Apprentice with actors, not the real people, not the show. All right. Have a great day. Thank you for spending so much time with me. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. And of course, my deep, deep love to all of the loungers and the loungers who share information with us so that the show has some substance. Come here for substance. Offered by the loungers. All right. Oh no. So he said, Siri, I want to invest $1 Brazilian in the United States. Oh, a bazillion, not Brazilian dollars. Okay. All right. I love you guys. Take care. I hope the rest of your day goes well if I don't see you. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow morning for just much more fun. Here we go. Woo, woo, woo. Hey, but it's the middle of the week, so that's pretty good. All right. Fort Stewart on lockdown. Yeah, I saw that story. I'm going to go to that now. We'll be hoping everything comes okay with that. That nobody gets hurt. I'm gonna do some clips, baby. I'm gonna do some clips, yeah. I'm gonna do some clips, baby. I know, I had fun doing some clips yesterday. I did a clip of the show where I was laughing at him being on the roof. So that's also a clip I put out. All right, bye, y'all. You're right. Thank you, Jane, for reminding me that I really have to let you go. Okay, I love you. I'm leaving now. Okay, I'm really going. Don't worry.